I realized I was building a brand that wasn't actually mine. And honestly, it hurt to admit that. Welcome to episode 1 of Rebuilding My Brand. I'd spent so much time creating, curating, and selling. But the foundation I was building on, it wasn't me. It was the amazing women I would see on TikTok. So I'm starting over. And starting over is really scary. I have all these anxieties. Will people accept this new direction? Will they even purchase? But I cannot keep building on a foundation that's unstable or worse, one that doesn't feel like my own. Honestly, the year of the snake really said, I'm going to give you all that you need to shed, all at once. And man, has it been rough. It's been intense, but apparently I needed it. One of the hardest parts was realizing that crystals weren't meant to exist on their own in my business. I loved them and I wanted to see them work. But deep down, I knew keeping them as a standalone category wasn't aligned, and deciding to listen and let go hurt. I kept trying to be like other witchy/crystal small businesses I see on TikTok, the ones that inspired me to start Rose Manifestations. But it never fit. My Aquarius Sun, and Neptune, and Chiron all said, nope, not for you.
No, I had to be special, unique.
It's funny because I kept thinking, maybe if I use what works for them, it'll work for me too. But no amount of TikTok inspiration could change the fact that this wasn't my energy, my voice, or my vision. But it helped me find mine. So I really started asking myself, what is my brand? What do I want it to be? And most importantly, what feels aligned? Here's what I know. I'm not building a crystal business. I'm not building a metaphysical shop. And I'm not even building a witchy shop. I'm building an intentional living brand. Handmade tools for intentional living. Every product, every decision, every scent, every ritual item will serve that purpose. That's what feels right. That's what I want to bring to people who want more than just a product. They want intention, alignment, and something that actually resonates with their lives. So that's where we're starting. I'm shedding what doesn't belong, keeping what does, and slowly rebuilding something that feels like mine. Very fitting for Year of the Horse, let me just say. If you're here for honest, real-time, behind-the-scenes brand building, stick around. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to share this journey with you. In this series, it's not just about products or sales. It's about building something that actually feels like me, step by step. And even though I've done a lot of stuff off camera because I just now decided, hey, I want to make a YouTube series about this, there is a lot we still gotta do. I want to show you the behind-the-scenes work, the planning, the experimenting, the mistakes, and the little victories, even if I have a lot of stuff off camera. Because building a brand isn't just a pretty final product, it's all the messy real work that goes into it. I also want to share the emotional side, the doubts, the anxieties, the moments where I wonder, will people accept this? Will anyone care? Because trust me, that's been going through my head 24/7 lately. I think a lot of creators feel that, but they rarely talk about it. Some do, but most don't. And I want this series to be a space where it's honest, raw, and relatable. And if you're starting a business, or maybe you're starting over like I am, this is your safe space. My goal is that by the end of this series, you'll see a complete transformation. Not just of the product or business, but the energy behind it. We're rebuilding intentionally, and everything we create will be rooted in purpose, alignment, and intention. Duh, we're an intentional living brand. So if you've ever felt like you were trying to force something to fit, or you're building on a foundation that no longer feels like your own, maybe this series will feel like a little guide for you, a little inspiration, or just a reminder that it's okay to start over. Because it is, even if it's scary. I'm not just sharing a business journey, I'm sharing a journey of intention, creativity, and authenticity. And I can't wait for you to be along with the ride. It is my personal year of 3, so it's going to be a lot of creating, let me just say. If you're joining along for the series, let me know in the comments. And please subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much. Much love.